Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda. I'm going to be your cooking guide. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We've got lots of wonderful things coming up this week. But today we had our first snowfall on Halloween, and that makes me think of chicken noodle soup. So let's go ahead and get that started. So this is what I use to marinate our chicken, and I just do it in small little bite-sized pieces. If you are looking in a hurry and you want to go ahead and do this, actually you could do a rotisserie chicken, but I like the heartiness of like the big chunks of chicken. So let's go ahead and get that started. So I'm going to saute our vegetables and our chicken, and what I want to do is I want to make sure I have a spatula for the chicken and a spatula for the vegetables. Because I'm cooking with raw chicken, I don't want to contaminate the rest of our food. So let's go ahead and get the chicken spread out. I marinated this chicken probably for like 30-40 minutes ahead of time. And I cut it up first, so when I put it in the dressing, and I just did enough to cover the dressing. So here I did egg noodles, and I did pre-cook the egg noodles in a pot. And now this is just a cast iron skillet that I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and melt some butter for the vegetables. I'm doing onions and celery. And then I'm going to do some carrots. And you can either do big chunks of carrots. Actually, I prefer the mini shredded carrots instead. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that on the grill. And then we're going to get our other spatula that has not been touched with the chicken and give those a stir. Alright, we've got the chicken cooking, and now that the chicken's cooking and I've got the vegetables marinating, I'm going to go ahead and do one big thing of the chicken broth, and I did a full container of the egg noodles. Me, I prefer the thicker egg noodles, so that is what I did. And now that I've got that, and then I'm going to do, if you haven't seen the Better Than Bullion stuff, go ahead and get this stuff. This is amazing. And so I'm going to make this a little bit more Italian than, and when you use this Bullion stuff, it actually just adds so much to the flavor. So I did a couple of tablespoons of that. And then I'm just going to give that a mix real quick. I'm going to pour that into our noodles. And just let those keep simmering. And then we're going to go ahead and add all of our seasonings with our chicken. And then we're going to go ahead and throw some other seasonings in there. But let's go ahead and get this chicken going first. Again, if you're looking for a hurry recipe, go ahead and do the rotisserie chicken with this. But me personally, I love the thicker chicken. But if you've got the time, and I do chicken thighs, not chicken wing, or not chicken breast. I think the chicken thighs, sorry, are a lot tender. I just love the taste of it better. So go ahead and do a little bit more of that. So the chicken I'm not going to season because it's been sitting in that Italian dressing, and then we also have that Better Than Bullion, so I don't have to really worry about that. And I know some of you are at home going, it's cold out, why aren't you inside making soup? Well, because I have 5 children and they like to be in the house, and I like to have some quiet time. So this is my happy place, is outside, even though it's cold. Actually, it's up to 38 degrees now, so we're just really living our best life. So, and then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the Italian herb. This is definitely more of an Italian chicken noodle soup than your just regular chicken noodle soup. I love because I can actually add more flavors into this. Gonna definitely hit this with some black pepper. And this, I'm probably doing like a tablespoon of pepper and then a tablespoon of salt, whether you do white or I'm doing the pink Himalayan salt. And this is all going to be to taste, so. And then my other favorite thing to do is add red cayenne pepper. This, I probably only do like maybe a quarter of a teaspoon, just because it does add quite a bit of heat to it. And I actually really love that it just gives it a little bit of extra kick. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in some minced garlic. Let's go ahead and check our chicken. For the chicken, you just want to make sure that there's nothing red in there. So I'm just going to cut a couple pieces open. And that looks great. Our vegetables are softening up. And I actually like mine a little bit on the crispier side. So now that the chicken is done, I can use the spatula to go ahead and mix that in. I want to get all the vegetables. I want this Italian dressing to kind of hit the vegetables, just give it one last bit of seasoning. And yes, you certainly can do all of this inside, but to me, it takes a lot more pots to do everything inside. I'm going to go ahead and cover that while we're just finishing softening up everything. So, what have we been cooking for? About 6 minutes now. So this is a quick soup. You can leave it on the stove longer, but I feel when everything has been flavored, the chicken and the vegetables, when you have everything already flavored, you don't need to sit and simmer as long. But I will definitely keep this out here for a while, simmering, or if I get too cold, I'll just bring it in and put it on the stove. But I don't like the splatter of the chicken all over the house, so this is how I like to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the handy-dandy scooper. I'm going to go ahead and place all of this chicken and vegetables in here. Oh, I can already smell the garlic. I love the smell of the Italian dressing. It's got everything I'm looking for, except for the hot pads that I forgot. There we go. Let's go ahead and give this one quick mix. So this is probably going to be a little bit heartier soup than what you would normally get at the grocery store. You've got a lot more big chunks of chicken, which is what I prefer. So let's go ahead and you can see in here all of the seasonings, and that's what I'm looking for. I want that extra flavor when I'm having my soup. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. It is so easy to make chicken noodle soup at home. I don't know why people more often don't do it. It's very quick, very easy. I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit longer, but I love all of the extra seasonings that you get. Definitely put that pepper in there just to give it a little kick. A little bit at a time. You can always add more later. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Eat happy and stay warm.